Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am your host, the Dark Mistress, and again, welcome back. So in my last video, we talked about feminine energy and things that you can do to basically move from being in the masculine back over into the feminine, and I did like a really quick gist. So tonight what I want to do really quickly is to basically just give you guys some to elaborate on that, and we can pick up from there, and I'll give you guys some examples. So one thing that I want to touch on, turn this down, and this is a smoke session. So one thing that I want to touch on is the fact that as a woman, I think sometimes we get so caught up in the day-to-day of sometimes having to be hard and having to take care of things and present that that masculine trait in that way, as far as the straightforward, logical thinking, aggressive, constantly just trying to get it done and everything. Because I mean, let's face the facts, there isn't always a man around, and sometimes as women we have to do what we have to do, which is all well and fine. Okay, so my battery's not. Anyway, so quickly before my phone dies, the point that I want to make is there's nothing wrong with needing help as a woman from a man, and sometimes being a damsel in distress. So I myself just had an experience with being a damsel in distress. I'm coming from somewhere and my car broke down, and my first thought was, okay, I need help. So I called a friend, my best friend, I love him to death, my best friend boyfriend, and he came to my aid, came to my rescue, made sure that I got home. And then from there it was like, okay, well, I'm home, but my car is still down. Man, I'm hungry and I want some stuff from the store. So guess what? Another friend was willing to come to basically give me a ride and take me to the store to get what I need. And he actually bought me lunch, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so nice, you didn't have to do that. But again, willing to receive it, right? And the list goes on. Later on that night, man, I'm ready to smoke. I want some weed and some blunts and everything else. Guess what? Someone bought it to me. So again, in my time of need, when I was a damsel in distress, guess what? People came to my aid, and that was a really, really good feeling. I want to give a shout out to Ebony Bodyworks, Sister Ebony. She had herself kind of mentioned something to the same effect, just as far as, it's nothing wrong with letting a man aid you and cater to you in that way. Again, as women, we can't do it all on our own. And it is a very masculine trait to try to do so, even when you obviously need help. You know what I mean? So what I would like to do is to just give you a good example of something that you can do to get used to asking for help, and to get used to being okay with receiving that, as you should be. So while you're out on your date, I think in my last video I said, if you're out with a guy, you should dress like this, you should look like that, right? So what I want to add to that is, when you are out on your date, aside from him opening your door for you and pulling out your chair for you, if that's something that he does, what I want you to do is, instead of you motioning over to get the server's attention or the waiter's attention, the bartender's attention, allow your date to do this for you. And before they come over, simply just tell your date what it is that you want. Again, so when the server is there, when the bartender, waiter is there, instead of you reading, saying, hey, this is what I want, again, already have, tell your date what it is that you want, and allow him to order for you. Okay, so in this way, he's taking care of you. you're able to sit back and let him do that for you. Let him provide that for you. You know, let him take the reins. The horse reins, am I saying it right? Let him take the reins, you know. Sometimes as women, we do have to be okay with submission and taking the back seat. Learn to let a man lead. This is a really, really good way to get in the habit of letting a man lead for you, and being okay with not having to you know, think in every little thing, gotta do this, gotta do that. Because I myself get in that habit. But again, if I'm with a date and when I'm with with a suitor, I fall back and I let him do this. Tip number 2 falls under the same umbrella. But when you are, you know, so okay, boom, so you already ordered your food, and you know, now, oh man, I need a napkin, I need a straw, I need some ketchup, or you know, if you got ketchup on your food or something, or I would like some more wine, I'd like some more, you know, whatever. Again, let your date know what it is that you need, because now you're in need. Again, we're talking about being a damsel in distress, and just aside from being in distress, being okay with letting a man lead and step in and help you. So, I need napkins, or I need, you know, baby, I need some napkins. I need, oh man, I think I need another straw, or you know, I think I want another glass of wine. Naturally, most men are problem solvers. Your problem is you want another glass of wine, or you need napkins, or you need a straw. So guess what? He is there to fix it to you. And again, this is very subtle, but very, very effective, because it allows you, number one, to get used to him leading, and it allows him to get used to having someone allow them to lead without that resistance. And again, this is a very, very basic example, but it is very it's very effective. And I would like to give a shout out to Sister Shira7, who in one of her videos you know, had kind of given up that game, and I'm very grateful and gracious to her. She also talks a lot about you know, feminine being you know, in your natural state, and you know, feminine energy, as I'm talking about in the series. But again, Shira7, I like to give a shout out to you. You are one of my inspirations. So again, you know, when you're out, just remind yourself that you do not have, you know, if you're with a man, allow him to lead you. And be okay with taking that back seat. We don't always have to you know, take control. Sometimes we do need to take control, but again, if we're talking about you know, being okay with submitting in that way, and being okay with letting a man lead, this falls under the umbrella of feminine energy. Every time I say the word energy, because I said it like 500 times in the other video, I'm gonna like pause. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I want you to take from this video. And you know, if you're out and about and you're with a guy, just remember what I said. And again, you know, it's okay to need help. It's okay to you know, sometimes be the damsel in distress, because you would be surprised who is willing to come to your aid. Because again, as men, it is in their nature to want to help us. So, you know, help them help us, and be okay with being completely, you know, womanly in that way. It's completely fine. It doesn't make you weak. I think we, you know, well, I'll speak for myself, again, being so used to having to take care of everything, you know, almost feeling as though if I had to ask for help, that it in some way made me weak. And you know what, it doesn't. And you'd be surprised, you ask for help, again, you know, they want to help us. They want us to be okay. So again, I am your host, the Dark Mistress, and like, comment, subscribe. I'm supposed to say that. And you know, again, I'm just excited to be doing these videos. And this is a smoke with me session. So, you know, when you go to watch my video, I want you to have your, you know, your blunt, your bong, you know, your little drink, whatever. And for this little 10 minutes, just kind of vibe out with me and you know, soak up what it is that I want to get across to you. So, again, thank you for tuning in, and until next time.